are answered first by the public and then by members of the press. We have Ron Campo, Maura Ryan, and Steve Young. And Ron, we'll begin with you and your introduction.
Thank you very much. My name is Ron Campo. I've been a resident of Londonderry for 30 years. I am been a school board member. I have also participated in the planning board, the CIP, the curriculum committee, technology committee, and special education committee. I have also been the president of LAFA for the past 20 years. I am running for school board because as we look into the future, we have several issues that are addressing us. We have an issue concerning our financing, which becomes an issue, but we must continue to improve our curriculum and our delivery of instruction. I believe my experience as a school board member and as a member of the curriculum committee, the technology committee, and the special education committee gives me a good handle on how to make tough decisions in there and still maintain our curriculum and our delivery of instruction.
Thank you. Maura?
My name is Maura Ryan, and I'm running for the school board for a number of reasons. My son is about to attend Moose Hill, so I have a personal interest because, like my son, I believe that all our children deserve the best education possible. There are a number of issues that I think that we could work on to make the school district a lot better. It's good now, but it can be a lot better. And I would like to give everyone the opportunity to have their kids get the best education possible.
Steve?
Thank you, Mark. Steve Young. I live here, I work here, and I play here. And I have for about 27 years. I've been on the school board for 3 terms. Prior to that, I was on the budget committee for a term. Oh, excuse me, 2 terms. I want to be on the board for 3 terms. That was one of our studio audience out there. There aren't too many tonight. But thanks for those that are passing through the channels and that have decided to stop here. In addition to the school board, I'm also on the Manchester Airport Authority. I've served 3 terms there. And I've served on the Master Plan Steering Committee and other boards and commissions in town.
Thank you. Any questions from the public? Mr. Brown.
Well, come up with something, okay?
And again, we're rotating the questions, so the first one, Ron, will be addressed with you.
Okay. Thank you for stepping up to serve. Really appreciate it. I'm going to ask you actually more of a philosophical question that I actually just thought about, but it was related to something that occurred this year relative to the ice storm we had. The ice storm put the school district and those of us with children in a situation where we were looking at a school calendar that was kind of up in the air with where the school district was going to go in terms of making up days, asking for waivers, et cetera. And the school district administrator came up with a proposal which I strongly support, and we're going to complete a full school year. But it made me start to think about, you know, what you guys think about the actual way we do school years. So not specific to Londonderry, but specific to public education, which you will represent. What's your views on the current way we actually look at the public school calendar? Is it truly long enough given the global world that our kids are going to be going into? And if not, what would you consider changing if you could?
Good question. Sorry. No, not a problem. Thinking about that, and we've spoken about this several years ago, I believe that we should go, school should be a longer period of time. I believe some of the vacations, we have 2 vacations. I tried once to combine them into 1 vacation, okay? I believe that the period of time over the summer has, you bring up your education and you kind of slack off at that point and then you come back up there. So I think it's philosophically, I would like a longer school year. Economically, it'd be very difficult to bring it along because of the cost. However, some of the stuff that we have done this year to bridge the gap has been the enrichment programs we have, the summer school programs, the at-risk programs, and the special education program. So what we've done is give the parents the opportunity to bridge that gap themselves with enrichment programs that we offer at all 3 levels. That is a pay-as-you-go type of program. We have the special education program, so the children are not falling behind, and that is mandated by federal and state laws. And we also have the summer school program for children to make up the work at the high school level so they can earn their credits and graduate. So I philosophically agree with you. Financially, I don't think we can make it happen, and I think we've taken stopgap measures to give the parents the opportunity to bridge the gap over the summer.
It's interesting that you bring this up, Mr. Brown, because there was recently a study published which said that children in Asia go to school over 230 days and they have more skills than American children. And considering that our economy is moving into a global economy, that becomes a big issue. With the ice storm, I know there were a lot of things that had to be rearranged because we want to make sure our kids get their full 180 days. Otherwise, we are cheating them of their education. I think it is something that has to be looked at and explored because, as I said, we are competing in a global economy, and it's shown, studies have shown that other countries have more skills by virtue of those additional days.
Well, the ice storm certainly caused some challenges, and we did hear from a number of parents, and their concern was that gee, they wouldn't be able to go on vacation, or they would have to postpone their vacation, or they would have to, cancel their trip. And I made a recommendation to the superintendent. I believe that he'll be looking at implementing it, and that is to change the method that we use. Today, we have 180 days of school, and we have snow days. And what I proposed to him is I said, let's change that. Let's have 190 days of school. And then if you get out 10 days early, then you're out early, so that people know that they will be in school till a certain date in June. It's a good thing that the kids don't have the right to vote because, frankly, I think that we don't have enough days of school during the year, and I think that it should absolutely be increased. I think it would be reasonable to increase the number of hours in a day, and the reason is exactly what you said, Mike. It's global economy. I'm getting called all day long from India and Pakistan and countries that want to do business with us, and they want to take jobs away from our people, and we need to be competitive. I spend at least 2 hours a day learning new technologies to stay up to date in my business, and we do have some creative programs like that. But look at our summer schools. Even the kids that are failing, we offer it to the parents, we explain it to the parents, and only about 30% of them take advantage of coming to summer school.
Thank you all. The next question is from Union Leader reporter Alec O'Mara.
Thank you very much. Good evening, all of you. I'm going to ask a question about the consolidation between town and school services, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Over the past maybe really it's been a year-long process. You've been looking at consolidating services, finding a possible savings by merging the two, and we discussed this with the council candidates a moment earlier. Most recently, this came up with the school district bringing a proposal to the council in regards to the cable access center. Each of you, do you feel that is there a concern on your mind about taking on services that may not have to do with education? Because the school district and the town municipality, the school district's twice the size. So if there's consolidation, there's a good chance that if services are considered, they might go to the school district side. And is that a possibility of compromising education?
And this question, Maura, begins with you.
Okay. So you are asking about the consolidation between the town and the school and whether or not that's going to affect the school services. Am I correct?
Would taking on, I'll simplify it, I didn't phrase it well, I'm sorry about that. Would taking on town services outside of education, is it appropriate for a school district to do that?
I think it depends, and the reason why I say that is I think that there are certain things that the school district is paying for that are too pricey, and I think that it might be a good time right now to